This is the Aura Visor, the first all-in-one virtual reality headset that doesn't need to be connected to anything else. With virtual reality, it has to be that. It has to be virtually real. You don't want to be tethered to wires. So forget the PC or the smartphone, just pick up your Aura Visor, turn it on, download a couple of apps, and you'll be playing whatever immersive game or watching any immersive content within minutes of getting this out of the box.
This is what happens when you snap your fingers next to regular dice. And this is what happens when you snap your fingers next to boogie dice. Boogie dice are the world's first sound-activated, motorized gaming dice. Boogie dice can be used with any of your favorite games, adding a new element of fun and excitement. The dice are activated by the sound of a clap, click, bang, or by throwing them like standard dice. The dice are programmed to come to a stop after a few seconds. Inside each die, there's a microphone, a vibration motor, a tilt sensor, 3 LEDs, and a rechargeable battery.
It is a simple smartphone accessory that turns your smartphone into a head-up display, just like any fighter jet or luxury car. We've been working on improving safety and comfort of the driver for 3 years. We started with a navigation app, which transforms our vision on how cell phones can be used in cars. By now, over 1 million drivers have tried our app, and one customer even told us it saved his life.
Highway Glass was inspired by rally racing. When you are driving 120 miles per hour, all your attention is focused on the road ahead. To look away, even for a second, is extremely dangerous. Putting a head-up display in a race car is one thing, but we realize regular drivers face all the same distractions and more using their smartphones while driving.
We put it to the test. The two most common distractions are reading directions of your phone and checking your speedometer. This causes us to drive blind for approximately 300 feet on every mile. On a typical 10-mile trip, we are distracted and driving blind for over half a mile. Using Highway Glass, this distraction time is reduced to nearly zero. Head-up displays in cars do exist already, but they tend to be very expensive and usually found only on luxury vehicles. Some companies are developing more affordable devices, but they still cost several $100s and are stuck in the midst of a very long and complicated development process, so you still cannot buy them today.
At Hardware, we took a simpler route. Let's face it, your smartphone already has everything you need to project data on a windshield. Big and bright display, GPS, internet, sensors. The only thing is missing is a special optical glass to provide you high-quality reflection of your screen, day or night, rain or shine. Well, the only thing missing isn't missing anymore.
Imagine that you already have head-up display in your car. All you need is just an accessory for your smartphone. Imagine all navigation information is in front of your eyes all the time. Imagine music control, conference calls, or catching up with your robot friend Siri. There are no limits. You can use any app on any smartphone that supports head-up display mode. Now, there's no need to take your hands off the wheel or your eyes off the road. It's a safer and more comfortable ride. What do you think about that?
I feel like I'm in a sci-fi movie. Wow.
It's really cool. I like it. I like the reflection, and it doesn't block your view of anything.
It actually gives me the option to just not have to look down on my phone every 2 seconds.
You know, there's a lot of high-end luxury cars that have that capability, and if you don't have one of those kind of cars, then, you know, I think it's great to have.
It's convenient, it's easy to use. It sounds like it even saved lives without having to take your eyes off the road.
How much do you think it costs?
Oh gosh, I don't know. It must be some kind of fancy glass. Maybe a few $100s?
Actually, only $49.
Come on.
Seriously?
Only $49? That's cheaper than my cell phone case.
I want one. That's awesome. That's cool.
Luxor was the world's first digital focusing flashlight that allowed users to dynamically adjust the width of your beam from 12 degrees to 270 degrees with just a push of a button. Luxor's OLED monitor puts the power of information in your hands, allowing you to measure your light output, battery life, battery health, and much more.
Now Luxor is easier to use than ever. Use the left and right intensity buttons to easily adjust brightness between 0 and 100% and everything in between. With the new virtual focus, you can adjust the width of your beam by simply rotating your wrist.
What makes Luxor truly unique is the new autofocus mode. Using an accelerometer much like the one in your phone, Luxor can detect where your flashlight is pointed and delivers the ideal lighting for that situation. Point Luxor at the ground around you and get a perfect flood mode. Point at the trail in front of you and Luxor becomes the ideal flood beam. Point Luxor at something further away and Luxor adjusts to delivering a greater throw. Point Luxor directly above your head to get an instant lantern.
We redesigned Luxor to be both waterproof and drop resistant. We reinforced the micro USB to ensure that it lasts for thousands of charges to come. Luxor 2 is not only an amazing piece of technology, but a reliable piece of equipment that you can count on when you need it most.
Whether you're a professional in an emergency situation or a weekend warrior enjoying your time off, Luxor is the intelligent flashlight that delivers perfect light for every situation.
We are all in love with smartphones and tablets. While you get the hottest phone, the #1 tech problem remains: weak battery life. Introducing U-Speedy, the first charging cable that not only doubles your charging speed, but also maximizes battery life with healthier, longer-lasting charges. Featuring LED indicator, magnetic ends, durable exterior, and the right length. Our devices get smarter each year, but the charger still gets messy. It breaks, and it slowly kills the precious battery with heat and mini-cycles. So, experts warn us, don't leave your fully charged phone plugged in. Lithium-ion batteries can overheat when charged for too long. Samsung says, unplug once charge is complete. And Apple tells us, remove certain cases during charging. But we can't always follow them, can we? That's why we created USpeedy. Once fully charged, USpeedy cuts off the power completely, so you don't have to unplug, removing battery damages overnight and extending battery life the next day. When you finish syncing, simply touch the button to switch into Smart and Fast mode. Now USpeedy charges your phone twice as fast, cutting your charging time in half. Store USpeedy using its magnetic ends next to your bed, in your car, on your desk, behind your desktop. Each USpeedy cable comes with a durable and colorful braided exterior, so no more frayed or tangled cords. You deserve better charging experience.